Hey folks, Stronghold Crafter Kev here. Welcome to my channel, and this is Airy. And in this video, I'm going to continue my series on how to make a castle tower out of foam.
Castle, there you go.
Yes. In this video, I'm going to actually go through and do the Merlon assembly. The trim piece assembly and how that all fits together. So, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. A lot more things coming to the channel, and I wouldn't want you to miss out. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Really appreciate it. For more information on my craft, visit my website, which is strongholdsoffantasy.com. And I'll see you in a bit. Hey folks, welcome back to this tutorial. And we're going to do a little recap. Okay, of course, we've gone through the design process. We've done the cutting. We've done a lot of detailing. And now we're getting into the assemble part of the tutorial. Excuse me. And this is where things get a little bit tricky, because sometimes before you put something together, you may have to modify things just a little bit. And I'll explain as I go with how that works. So I will get the tower and go on from there. Alright, previously we were putting the four walls together of the tower, and as you can see, the adhesive is dry. I was using Loctite Power Grab, which is what I'm going to use mostly for this project, because I need a really firm grip with what I'm doing per se, and especially with something hollow, you want to have something that's going to really have a tight grip. Just to point out, this particular kind of tower, I'm using the least amount of materials I need to in order to maximize my material inventory. Now, it also gives you advantages with doing special lighting and stuff. So keep in mind, this is not the only way to build a tower. You can build a tower solid, or you can build it semi-solid and semi-hollow, depending on what you want to do. If this was a solid tower, it'd be a whole lot easier to do, per se, and I probably wouldn't use as much of a really powerful adhesive to put it together. With that said, I just hope that answers some questions that might come about this. So we're going to deal with the trim pieces. Now, what I mean is, we're going to glue on two trim pieces, and then glue on two more trim pieces, obviously. So, with the short end trim pieces, keep in mind you're going to mark what you're going to glue in place, and we'll go from there. And I'm not as picky with this one as far as doing the spreading of the glue, because if there's excess, it's good. It'll fill in the extra cracks you're not going to see. And if there are still some spillage or squeezes out, you can clean that up easily with a toothpick or a skewer, whatever your choice is, and we'll go from there. And make sure you have marked your parts so you know which goes with which, because sometimes things fit together differently when you're doing this. Alright, that's just what entails for doing one. There was some excess that kind of like got into the cracks there, so I just cleaned that out quickly, and it kind of seeped out the bottom, so I cleaned that out. I cleaned out the top here obviously and ran my finger across. We want to have this as level as possible without being super precise, but precise enough for what we're doing here. And I'm going to glue on the next one and go from there. Hold on. Alright, this is how it should look after it's been assembled with these two pieces. And you want to allow drying time or curing time for this adhesive, which is minimal, about, well, at least 4 hours, and make sure that it doesn't budge before doing anything else. If you want to go for a more maximum curing time, it can be 8 hours. So do something like this, then go to work, come home later and check on it and add on more to it. But with these two firmly in place and dry, you're ready to go to the next step of putting these two pieces on. Now what makes this more complicated is there's going to be a corner here that has to meet up and join with this. And that's where we have to actually modify this long piece so that it fits together as if it's framing this part of the tower. Excuse me. And it can be a little bit tricky, but as you can see here, once this piece is in place, it's going to actually reinforce this whole part here together, and this will be reinforced. Then when I put the Merlons in their sections, which will be a later time, that'll be put on the opposite sides and reinforce what we already have glued on here. So it'll become a very tight bond overall when it's all done. Now, I took the time to actually measure out these two pieces here for the other sides with a marker, and I cut it a little bit longer so that I have some free space to cut down and cut in so that it'll all fit together like it's supposed to. And of course mark your parts because it's going to be a custom fit. Okay, so I will get the Hotwire Foam Factory 3D scrolling table out and show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Alright, now these two pieces I've already, like I said, I've already marked the two sides what I'm going to cut off. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to cut the straightaway first, and then I'm going to cut the angled part next. So I'll turn this on here, and remember, always have a window open for ventilation, and this is a very hot wire, so you want to be very careful not to burn yourself. Alright, just like so, and that'll match up easily once it's glued in place. And I'm going to go to the other one and show you how it turns out. Hold on. Alright, after doing some edge cleaning and making sure things, you know, see how it's got that nice little corner edge there. Sorry about the lighting, because with this being white, it just reflects everything, but you can see here a little bit of the shadow there, how it has a corner on it. And then once it's in place, it'll all fit together. So I'm going to take the time to glue this all together, and well, I'll show you one side. Alright, and that's how simple it goes together. And I'm going to continue this and show you how it turns out. Alright, that about wraps things up. Two important things to consider is that when you apply the pieces, use gentle pressure to make sure that you can get it as flush to the edges as possible. And no matter how good or bad your cuts might be, the Loctite kind of makes up for it in the sense that it'll fill in the gaps. And just make sure that your parts, when they join, are about as level as they can possibly be. And if you do make some mistakes, they can be easily covered up by paint or filler or something. So keep that in mind. And this will all fall, maybe not fall together is the best way of terms, but this will all fit together better and make sense when we go into the next tutorial, which will be on how to apply the Merlons on top. So, and it just so happens I have one previously built. Yes. So this is how we go from this to this. Just for a teaser of sorts. So thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, here you can see how those two ends meet up into a pretty decent corner, considering that they're separate pieces. And like I said before, once this is painted and detailed, it'll look real nice. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.